Hey guys, how are you all out there? Um, I wanted to update you on a couple of things today. I had a wonderful day. I really even can't fathom all the wonderful things that happened to me today. I met a police officer for the MARTA, the MARTA buses and trains, and she was talking to me kind of blunt. I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago. And I really didn't kind of like her. But she saw me walking down the street today and she stopped and we talked for a while. And I really saw her in a different light. And, I think she's a wonderful person. And I wouldn't even mind getting to know her personally because she was very nice to me. And I just wanted to put that out there before I have to say what I have to say now. So I'm walking down the sidewalk going towards the mall, which I usually do. I go down there to eat dinner a lot of times. It gets monotonous to eat in the same restaurant every day, so I go to the mall now and order food in the mall and sit down to eat my dinner. And this lady was sitting behind me. I didn't even realize she was behind me. I was watching something on my phone, I think Andy Griffith or something. I love watching Andy Griffith. It's an old show, but it's funny and it teaches you a lesson in each one of the episodes that they have. So anyways, I was just sitting there watching, and all of a sudden I heard this loud crashing behind me, and this lady, I guess, had stood up and she fell face first with no bracing or anything, flat on her face, and she was out cold. And I walked up on her and I tapped her on the shoulder and she wasn't moving. And there was another guy that was there and he was trying to wake her up also. So anyway, she got up, she sat up a little bit. And I grabbed her hand and started praying for her. And she wanted to get up, but I had already called 911, so we were waiting for the EMTs to get there. And her granddaughter saw her fall and came running over. She was crying and all upset. And I just said to her granddaughter that she was going to be okay. Her granddaughter was probably 10 or 11, somewhere in that range. And I said, she's going to be fine. Don't worry, she's going to be fine. I calmed her down. And she stopped crying for about 45 minutes. We waited for the EMTs, and of course, they got there in about 30 minutes, but they were there another 15 minutes checking her pulse and her heart rate and all that stuff. So anyways, what happened after that was amazing to me. In this day and time, you don't see that kind of stuff because, there's a lot of weirdos out here and people don't like you to, correspond with their children or whatever. But I've always been very close with children. They all trust me. I guess it's the look in my face or whatever. And the girl started crying again. And I looked over at her and she threw her arms wide open at me and came and gave me a hug and she said, "Thank you, sir." And I felt really special at that time. I can't even tell you the kind of specialness that I felt at that moment in time, because she was really highly upset, and I even wanted to cry because she was crying. But I really made an impact on her as far as praying for her grandma, and we talked to each other, her and her grandmother and we talked for a little while too. I found out what her name was, and I told her I would check up on her if she wanted. Anyways, so this goes back 17 years ago. I had an instance happen to me in Goodwill. I was looking for a pair of dress pants. Just so happens that I had dress pants, but they were falling apart. And I wanted to buy some new ones, but I really didn't want to spend a whole lot of money in buying dress pants for whatever reason. I had money to buy, but I just wanted to go the cheaper route, I guess, and I ended up buying dress pants. Well, I was looking at them in Goodwill, and this 82-year-old man, I know because he told me, he wheels up in a wheelchair, and he comes up to me, and I don't know him from Adam's Horse Cat, but he just started talking to me. He said, "I don't really understand what happened." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I was on my roof, and I slipped, and I fell off the roof, and since then I haven't been able to walk." And right at that moment, I guess I was like in a different world or something, because I didn't even really think about doing anything. I just talked to the man, but I felt like reaching my hand out to him, trying to get him to get up out of the chair, but I didn't do it. And I had regrets long after that. I told my dad about it, and he said, "Well, next time it happens, just make sure you do whatever it is that God's calling you to do." And for all that time, I didn't have the opportunity until today. So I was very happy to have that situation happen to me once again. That way, it gave me the confidence that I needed. I know that I'm a spiritual healer, and I have been knowing that for quite a long time now. So the opportunity just never showed its face to me until today. And I'm very grateful for that, and I'm thankful to God that I was able to help the situation out. And the icing on the top was the little girl giving me a big bear hug and telling me, "Thank you, sir." So I just wanted to put that out there. You have things that go on in your life, and sometimes you don't even realize the importance of what goes on. You just don't even understand it until it's already too late. So it's good to keep in tune with what's going on and know when it's time to do something about it, because that 82-year-old man, he probably lived the rest of his life without being able to walk just because I didn't do anything at all. And I had a lot of regret over that. But, I mean, I know I'm forgiven for that, but you shouldn't let that kind of stuff happen, because, God is watching you and testing you as to what you're going to do when he puts you in that situation. So anyways, I just want to say I love you, love yourself, and love each other. Until next time, bye.